Hello all, welcome to online lecture series on Laplace transforms, lecture number 7. In this lecture, we will look into one of the important property of Laplace transforms called first shift property. What does this property state as? If L of f of t is f bar of s, that is if Laplace transform of f of t is f bar of s, then Laplace transform of e power at into f of t is f bar of s minus a, that is f bar of s where s is replaced with s minus a. What is f bar of s? L of f of t. So in L of f of t, if we replace s with s minus a, we get L of e power at into f of t. This is first shift property. First let us look into its proof, then we can try some examples using first shift property. So we know that Laplace transform of f of t is integral 0 to infinity e power minus st into f of t dt. We denote it by f bar of s. Now consider Laplace transform of e power at into f of t. That is integral 0 to infinity e power minus st into e power at into f of t. Now this e power minus st into e power at can be written as e power minus st plus at, and if we take minus common we get it as e power minus of s minus a into t. Therefore this is integral 0 to infinity e power minus of s minus a into t f of t dt. So now compare the integral in the definition of Laplace transform here and the integral here in this step. So what do we have here? We have e power minus st into f of t dt. Then we denoted it as f bar of s. Now here in this integral, in place of s minus a, in place of s, what did we have here? We have s minus a here. Therefore, how can we write this integral? If this is f bar of s, if this is f bar of s, this must be f bar of s minus a. Therefore, L of e power at into f of t is f bar of s minus a. So, the first shift property states that L of e power at into f of t is f bar of s minus a, that is equals to f bar of s where s is replaced with s minus a. So, to remember this first shift property in a convenient way to apply for a problems, we write it as L of e power at into f of t is equals to f bar of s minus a, that is f bar of s with s replaced with s minus a. What is f bar of s? L of f of t. So that is equal to L of f of t where s is replaced with s minus a. So using first shift property, if we want to find the Laplace transformation of e power a2 into f of t, we find Laplace transform of f of t and replace s with s minus a. So remember the relation between first and last term to apply for a problems. Laplace transform of e power a2 into f of t is Laplace transform of f of t with s replaced with s minus a. Similarly, we can write Laplace transform of e power minus at into f of t as f bar of s plus a, because in place of a here, in place of a in this property, we have minus a here. So this can be written as f bar of s plus a here. That is L of f of t with s replaced with s plus a. So remember these two statements of first shift property for Laplace transforms. Now let us apply this property to derive Laplace transform of certain functions. So applying this first shift property, we obtain Laplace transform of e power at into sin bt is nothing but Laplace transform of sin bt with s replaced with s minus a. What is Laplace transform of sin bt? It is b by s square plus b square. Now let us replace s with s minus a, then we get b by s minus a whole square plus b square. It is Laplace transform of e power at into sin bt. Similarly, Laplace transform of e power minus at into sin bt is Laplace transform of sin bt with s replaced with s plus a, because we have e power minus at here. Laplace transform of sin bt is b by s square plus b square, where s should be replaced with s plus a. So replacing s with s plus a, we get b by s plus a whole square plus b square. Similarly, we can have the other Laplace transforms as Laplace of e power at into cos bt. We get it as s by s minus a whole square plus b square. Similarly, Laplace transform of e power minus at into cos bt is s by s plus a whole square plus b square. No need to remember this formula. No need to remember this. Just we apply first shift property here. That's it. If it is e power minus at, we replace s with s plus a. If it is e power at, we replace s with s minus a. Laplace transform of e power at into sin hbt is Laplace transform of sin hbt with s replaced with s minus a. That is, Laplace transform of sin hbt is b by s square minus b square, where we replace s with s minus a. So replacing s with s minus a, we get b by s minus a whole square minus b square. Similarly, Laplace transform of e power at into cos hbt is s by s minus a whole square minus b square. Likewise, we can have Laplace transform of e power at into t power n is Laplace transform of t power n with s replaced with s minus a. Laplace transform of t power n when n is an integer is n factorial by s power n plus 1. If replacing s with s minus a, we get n factorial by s minus a whole power n plus 1. If n is not an integer and if n is a real number greater than minus 1, then L of e power at into t power b is L of t power b, and L of t power b is given by gamma of b plus 1 by s power b plus 1. Replacing s with s minus a, we get gamma of b plus 1 by s minus a whole power b plus 1. Now let us solve some problems here. Evaluate Laplace transform of e power t into cos 2t plus 1 by 2 sin h2t. Because the function here is of the form e power at into f of t, e power at into f of t, we apply first shift property. What does first shift property state as? Laplace transform of e power at into f of t is Laplace transform of f of t with s replaced with s minus a. So first we shall find the Laplace transform of f of t, that is Laplace transform of cos 2t plus 1 by 2 sin h2t. Laplace transform of cos 2t plus 1 by 2 sin h2t can be written as L of cos 2t plus 1 by 2 times L of sin h2t using linear property of Laplace transform. And what is L of cos 2t? It is s by s square plus 4. And L of sin h2t is 2 by s square minus 4. Simplifying, we get s by s square plus 4 plus 1 by s square minus 4. This is L of f of t. Now to obtain L of e power t into f of t, we use first shift property. What does first shift property tell us? L of e power at into f of t is equals to L of f of t with s replaced by s minus a. So therefore what happens to L of e power t into cos 2t minus 1 plus 1 by 2 sin h2t, that is L of cos 2t plus 1 by 2 sin h2t with s replaced with s minus 1. And we already derived L of cos 2t plus 1 by 2 sin 2t as s by s square plus 4 plus 1 by s square minus 4. Now we replace s with s minus a, then we get s minus 1 by s minus 1 whole square plus 4 plus 1 by s minus 1 whole square minus 4. That is s minus 1 by, simplifying the denominator, we get s square minus 2s plus 5 plus 1 by s square minus 2s minus 3. If we want, we can further simplify it. Let us move to the next problem. Evaluate Laplace transform of e power minus 3t into 2 cos 5t minus 3 sin 5t. Here also we can apply first shift property because it is of the form L of e power at into f of t. So first let us find L of f of t, that is L of 2 cos 5t minus 3 sin 5t. Using linear property, we can separate it as 2 into L of cos 5t minus 3 into L of sin 5t. What is L of cos 5t? It is s by s square plus 25, and L of sin 5t is 5 by s square plus 25. So it is 2 into s by s square plus 25 minus 3 into 5 by s square plus 25. That comes to 2s minus 15 by s square plus 25. This is L of f of t. Now applying first shift property, we get L of e power at into f of t is L of f of t with s replaced with s plus a. Here a is 3. Therefore, L of e power minus 3t into 2 cos 5t minus 3 sin 5t is L of 2 cos 5t minus 3 sin 5t with s replaced with s plus 3. And what is L of 2 cos 5t minus 3 sin 5t? We already derived it in the previous slide. It is 2s minus 15 by s square plus 25 with s replaced with s plus 3. So replacing s with s plus 3, we get 2 into s plus 3 minus 15 by s plus 3 whole square plus 25. That gives 2s minus 9 by s square plus 6s plus 34. So this is how we can apply first shift property. Let us look into this. Evaluate L of t plus 3 whole cube into e power 2t. Here also we can apply first shift property. Wherever there is L of e power at into f of t, we can apply first shift property. So what is f of t here? F of t is t plus 3 whole cube. So first let us find L of t plus 3 whole cube. So consider L of t plus 3 whole cube. Expand t plus 3 whole cube using a plus b whole cube. Then we get L of t cube plus 9t square plus 27t plus 27, because a plus b whole cube is a cube plus 3a square b plus 3ab square plus b cube. Now separate using linear property of Laplace transform. That gives L of t cube plus 9 times L of t square plus 27 times L of t plus L of 27. And we know that L of t power n is n factorial by s power n plus 1, because here n is an integer. So applying that formula, we get 3 factorial by s power 3 plus 1 plus 9 into 2 factorial by s power 2 plus 1 plus 27 into L of t is 1 by s square plus L of 27, L of k is k by s. Therefore, L of 27 is 27 by s. Now simplifying and taking out 1 by s power 4, we get 3 by s power 4 into 2 plus 6s plus 9s square plus 9s cube. This is L of f of t. Now let us apply first shift property to find L of e power 2t into t plus 3 whole cube. That is equal to L of t plus 3 whole cube with s replaced by s minus 2, because here we have e power 2t plus 2t. So we replace s with s minus 2. And L of t plus 3 whole cube we already derived. It is 3 by s power 4 into 2 plus 6s plus 9s square plus 9s cube, replacing s with s minus 2. So if we replace s with s minus 2, we get 3 into 2 plus 6 into s minus 2 plus 9 into s minus 2 whole square plus 9 into s minus 2 whole cube by s minus 2 whole power 4. Now just expand the terms and you can simplify it. You get a large expression 3 into 9s cube minus 45s square plus 78s minus 46 by s minus 2 whole power 4. Evaluate Laplace transform of root t into e power minus 3t. So first let us find L of root t. L of root t is L of t power 1 by 2, and we know that L of t power a is gamma of a plus 1 by s power a plus 1. So L of t power 1 by 2 is gamma of 1 by 2 plus 1 by s power 1 by 2 plus 1. And do you remember the property that gamma of n plus 1 is equals to n into gamma of n. Therefore, gamma of 1 by 2 plus 1 can be written as 1 by 2 into gamma of 1 by 2 by s power 3 by 2. And we know that gamma of 1 by 2 is square root of pi. Therefore, we get L of root 2 as root pi by 2 into s power 3 by 2. This is L of root t. Now to find L of root t into e power minus 3t, we apply first shift property. So using first shift property, L of root t into e power minus 3t is equals to L of root t with s replaced with s plus 3. So here s is missing. S is replaced with s plus 3. Now L of root t is root pi by 2 into s power 3 by 2 with s replaced by s plus 3. Replacing s with s plus 3, we get root pi by 2 into s plus 3 whole power 3 by 2. So like this, by using first shift property, we can easily derive L of e power at into f of t if we know L of f of t. I think these are some practice questions for you, which are very similar to the questions we have solved in this lecture. Evaluate L of e power minus t into 3 sin 2t minus 5h 2t. First find L of 3 sin 2t minus 5 into cos h 2t and apply first shift property. Next one is evaluate L of e power t into t minus 2 whole square. Evaluate L of e power t by 2 into t cube. Here L of e power at, a is, in this case a is equals to 1 by 2. A is 1 by 2 here. So this becomes L of t cube with s replaced with s minus 1 by 2, because a is 1 by 2 here. Okay, you can easily solve it. Evaluate, next one is evaluate L of 1 plus t into e power minus t whole cube. Just expand 1 plus t into e power minus t whole cube with the expansion of a plus b whole cube, and then use linear property and then first shift property. If you have any queries, you can contact me. Thank you. In the next lecture also, we'll continue with the problems on first shift property. Thank you for watching this video.